This man. This man. Well, at least say something. So, I don't know if I can get the comments on here. No comments? Let's see. Top chat. Live chat. All messages of video. Done. Good. How you doing, brother? All right, so I'm going to start grinding in a minute. I got to get set up, though. I know there's a lot of guys that were asking me for videos, and I think the live feed is kind of a better way of doing it because you'll see it live in action. This is going to be the Mark 1 Scout. This is the one I'm working on today. Mark 1 Scout. So it's a 154 cm. I do sell this on my website if you guys are interested. I make a bunch of blanks. I do it, I buy the whole sheet and then I get it cut out and then I heat treat them and all that other good stuff. So I have a 36 grit belt on there. I'm going to try to do a little bit of rough grinding today. I'm a little bit tired. I already worked already a full day, so I want to make sure that I get at least a rough grind in here. So I'm going to start this up. It's going to be super loud. So if you got to lower your audio, lower your audio. I'll try to check the comment as I go. Let's see how it goes. Can you guys hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me. Thank you. Okay. Let's see if I can move you guys a little closer. A second. Yeah, right. So the bevel is not perfect, as you can see. It's just one pass, right? The bevel is not perfect. It's still pretty thick. All I'm trying to do is take the edge off right here, take the edge off, and then just hone it in, right? Freehand grinding is very difficult to do, but after a while, if you keep your blade level, you won't go out. You won't go out. Trust me. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, come on, buddy. What? Come on. You there? There you go. How's that? A little better? All right. Sorry. Sometimes the Wi-Fi is a little messed up in here. All right. So, like I was saying before, I only do 3 if I can. This is a KMG grinder. KMG grinder. Is something? Can you hear me now? You guys good to go? I got a lot of work to do on it.
Still connected? We're still connected, guys? Heads up. I'm sorry, Joey. I'm reading your text. So do you just grind one side until you get the burr, or switch to the other side? All right. So I'm just trying to knock down all the meat. So I want an even side on both sides. Now, what I got here is it's very shiny. I don't know if you can see this. The problem that a lot of knife makers make
is that they try to run their belts all the way to the end, but you can see here how it's done. This belt is done. It's 36 grit. I could still use it for other things, so I'm not going to throw it out. And the way I grind my steel is I grind it with it's already hardened. So this steel, as you can see, it's already got the hardening on there. So I don't even bother with it. I just grind it hard. It's a lot easier for me just to finish out products like that. Let's see, going this way. Let's see. So I'm going to switch out my belts. I'll try to get a little more ahead.
I'm gonna try to move you guys a little bit closer, so if it bounces around, I apologize. Joey Jones, that's KMG makes that. KMG, it's one of the first grinders I have. $100, but in my opinion, it's well worth it. How's that? Can you guys see that? Is that close enough? So what I'm trying to do now is I'm just trying to get the bevels to meet up and to grind out evenly as much as possible. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay? Always constantly measuring. Just take your time. There's no rush. There's no rush.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my connection's not always awesome, guys. I apologize. I'm in an enclosed space, and I think everybody's using the Wi-Fi in my house, so I apologize. What I want to say again is, you see how many belts I'm going through? It's a lot of belts, guys. So if you're gonna buy belts, buy a ton of them. I think this one's Deer 4 belts, 36. You can get them. I have a link on the website, on my website. You can get them anywhere you like. I don't really have a particular brand. Just make sure they're made for steel. Make sure they're made for steel, not you don't want the oxide ones. You want the ones that are ceramic. So, and what I mean by, like, if you could see how shiny this is, you don't want to polish the blade anymore. You're trying to cut into it. So if it's shiny like that, it's time to replace the belts. Okay, just keep doing it. Also, what I'm doing is I'm thinning down, and as I'm thinning down, I'm just checking the angles. This top angle right here, I don't know if you can see it. All right, it's going to move as you move. The plunge lines, they're going to move as you remove this. I leave the scale on there as a guide. These are already been preheat treated, so I leave the scale on there, so all I have to do is use that as a guide instead of using the blue mark die. Oh, sorry. And I need my mask. All right.
Sorry about that. Fear no evil. Thank you very much.
So yeah, if you guys got questions, just let me know. Just answer 'em. I'll try to answer them while I'm changing belts. But just to give you guys a little idea, as you can see, it's not perfect, right? I'm guessing heat treat is the next step. No, I already did these are already pre-heat treated, so you can actually tell from the scale. So the heat treat's already on, which makes it harder on the belts, but it's one less step I have to do. So what I'm trying to do here is just get it down to exact sides from either side to the other side, and I just kind of eyeball it. There's a whole bunch of measuring that you can do as well. Fear no evil. Yeah, this is the KMG model. Just look up KMG; they'll be all over the internet. Um, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to thin this out. This is still a little bit thick for me. So I'm going to thin it out, and then I'm going to work on the flats. Again, changing another belt. So this is kind of an impromptu live thing. I didn't really plan on it. If you guys are like this kind of stuff, just let me know if you want me to do more live videos. I've been doing a lot of prepping stuff, but it's mostly because of 2020 has been such a dismal disaster. I don't know how many people want to watch me grind all day long for 8 hours a day. I'm only going to run this for about an hour. If you guys are interested in my knives, go up to threeriverblades.com. Also, I have a Patreon account. I'll put all the links down below once this is done. If you guys are on Facebook, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, all that other good stuff. Secondary bevel, who's that? Joey Jones? Yeah, so the secondary bevel is just going to be a V edge. That's all I'm going to do on this knife, okay? This is a utility knife. This is one of the Scout knives. So I can make this either in like a hollow or saber grind, or I could do it in a Scandi. If I did it on Scandi, it would just be one flat edge. All right. No, that's 154 cm. That's stainless steel.
Get back to grinding. See how it's getting bigger. You know? The ground is getting bigger because I'm using more of the wheel. Fear no evil. Good. Good. We need more knife makers. We need more tradesmen in this world. There's not enough people making things anymore. We're just consumers. We go on Amazon, we pick up a bunch of crap, and then when we're dissatisfied with it, what do? We throw it in the garbage. This is a knife that I'm going to make for somebody that's going to have it in their family for thousands, whatever generations. It's going to keep going. So if you can stamp your name on it and sell it for a product or for a price, that knife will be in that generation forever, that family's generation forever. And that's one of the greatest things about making your own stuff. It'll never be forgotten. You just finish this up a little bit. Get these out. Boom, bye bye. What is that little? What is that thing? What is that little caterpillar? What the hell is that? Flower? I don't know.
There's emojis like kind of make me laugh because I'm not an emoji person. I grew up in the '80s, so all you guys with these technology things. But listen, so what I'm gonna do is now, what there, and one of the things before I leave this wheel is if you're having that 2 inch gap, that 2 inch killer right here, you're spending too much time pressing on this side of the wheel or too much time with the 2 inches, okay? So don't spend too much time here. If you're noticing that, move your knife over. Okay, all we're really doing is with thinning steel. That's all we're doing. It's not rocket science. You don't need a degree in engineering. You're just removing a lot of this steel to make it look like a cutting device. That's all we're trying to do. This wheel has a little bit of wobble in it. So as you can see on the left side or on the right side, it's nice and straight. And on the left side, it's a little bit wobbly because this wheel is over 10 years old. I should replace the wheel. This is a 10-inch vented cutting wheel. So KMG also carries these. I also have like 8 inches or the 6 inch wheels, whatever. But I find that the vented ones, the ones that actually have the cuts in it, keeps the steel a little bit cooler. That's why I use that one. But that's like a KMG. So I'll give you a little idea. My setup. Let's see if I could twist you around a little bit. It's not perfect, but that's the setup. So now what I'm going to do is I got to work on my flats. So I got to put you down there. Get all this crap out of the way. Let me know if you guys can't hear me. I'll try to adjust some things here. Let's see if you guys can see that. All right, so this is a jet, and the belts that it takes, I think this is 6 by 24. So this is really a wood sander. That's what this is. And I have two sides to it. It's pretty expensive. If you had the money, it's worth its weight in gold because you don't have to do a lot of the prep stuff. So it comes with a lot of kit, but it's super heavy. So you're gonna need somebody to help you move this for sure. So turn on all my lights. So again, this is a 36. This is an 80. I don't know if I have 36. Let's see if I have 36. It's an 80, 80, 80, 36. All right, so I have a 36. So this thing scares the crap out of me because it spins so fast that when this belt breaks, it sounds like a gunshot. All right, so if the belt breaks, don't worry about it. If it does break and you see the knife flying to my belly, then call 911. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'll try with this. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So whatever questions you guys have. So I think what I'm doing is doing a couple of these videos like every couple of days. I'll probably have to plan it a little better. I'm sorry if I didn't plan it all that much, but we're just trying to test it out. And if you guys like it, let me know. I'll definitely do a little bit more of this. But I have a whole bunch of knife orders that need to be finished before Christmas, so that's why I figured instead of me doing a video, I'll just do the live feed and upload it and make things a little bit easier. So I'm just kind of going with what I can go with. And I'm not going to make it any longer than an hour. So if anything, I think we're at 50 something minutes. I'll cut it at like 60 minutes. Just giving you guys a little grind in knowledge if you're interested. And then of course, Facebook, I'll put it on Facebook and all that other crap.
Okay. So what I use for this is just a big magnet. It's a 2-ton magnet. And what this allows me to do is to keep this straight, keep it flat on the grinder, and then I try to move my body out of the way because, like I said,
It's pretty dangerous.
Right. Okay. Yep. That's what I mean. It's pretty freaking dangerous. It's scary. So all there is the belt work. Just the belt there. That's it. Right?
So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not going to run this video any longer. If you have any questions, let me know. Basically, what I'm doing is I did the rough grind today. Let's see if I could move this up a little bit. Hold on. There you go. So I got to get better camera equipment. I apologize. So rough grind today. Okay. I got the flats done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the spine and then finish up here. So if you guys weren't familiar, basically what I do is I get all my blanks cut through my design. They start off with just a regular blank. I get them stamped. I stamp them myself, and then I get them heat treated. As you can see, that's the test right there. That's the heat treat test. All right, this happens to be stainless steel, a little bit different than carbon. And then I'll just keep grinding this until I get something that looks like a knife. Finish up the edging, or I want to say bevels. I want to make the bevels look really good. And then finish up any of the imperfections or the grind lines before I put the handles on. All right. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. How long does it take to make a knife? It kind of depends because let's see if I could. Let's see. Type chat, live chat, all messages. There you go, live chat. Okay. It usually takes. I want to say. Let's put it this way. The knives that I have like this, it's going to take me about 8 to 10 hours to finish into a knife, but I still got to make the sheath. Okay. So I could bang these out faster because I already pre-purchased the steel. The steel, I buy a whole sheet of steel. I think it comes by 3 feet by 5 feet. I give them the thickness that I want. I send them my CAD drawing. They cut out, I don't know, 100 blanks, 20, 30 blanks, whatever blanks I need. And then they send them all to me like this. Then I stamp every single one of them with a sledgehammer and my maker's mark. And then I send all 30 blanks or 100 blanks to heat treating, and then I get them back, and they look like this. So you're looking at, I'll show you, this is just one package, okay? These are super heavy, all right? So it's a lot of time effort that I don't have to do to once I get it to this stage, or once I get it to this stage. So if I do like, depending on how the orders come, right now, we backed up. COVID really messed a lot of things up. I haven't been able to get into the shop. As you guys know, this is a side hobby or side business. This is not my full-time job, family, kids, all that other good stuff. So what this does is, if I can get it to this point or get it to this point, it gets me down to about 8 to 10 hours of actual work. And then what I can do is put the handles on. That's another day. Let them glue, let them set up overnight, and then a couple extra hours for the sheath and the finishing and the sharpening, the final sharpening at the end. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you, Joey Jones. How do you say that? Boom, boom, bye bye. That's how it is. Boom, bye bye. Boom, bye bye. So yeah, fear no evil. Gathering tools. Start knife making myself. Yeah, let's see. Joey Jones will be prepping videos. Yeah, so I have this theory about buy once, cry once. The KMG grinder is about $1,000. Okay, it's about $1,000. So I would recommend that if you can get the KMG grind, all the stuff you need, and just go right into it. Now, if you haven't made any knives yet, you don't have to spend $1,000. The Grizzly makes a decent one. It's the one with the long arm, and you could do flat platen, or you can use the wheel to do hollow grinding. All right, so Grizzly makes one. I think it's like 500 bucks. You're going to spend a lot of money on tools. Unfortunately, in order to cut steel or grind steel, you're going to have to get. I gave away a lot of my tools. All my old Harbor Freight crap, I got rid of that. I was like, it's good in the beginning when you're learning, but it doesn't give you technique on the wheel. It doesn't give you skills. Everything that we do as knife makers is hand-eye coordination, hand-eye coordination, detail. little tiny details that make the knives really good. I watched this whole video. I forget the knife maker, but he did. The guy was meticulous with hand sanding. I don't have the time to hand sand, all right, but this guy was hand sanding, and his knife looked amazing. Probably sold it for like $3,000. Do I make chef's knives? I don't make chef's knives. I was asked to make chef's knives. If I got a large order to make chef's knives, I would. Um, Chef's knives here in where I live is probably a good idea. The thing is, um, you have city, a lot of chefs, well, not anymore because of the COVID. Like I said, COVID messed a lot of things up. Um, However, there's a guy in Brooklyn, Cut Brooklyn, really nice guy. I met him. He makes nothing but chef's knives. And if you want a knife, go to Cut Brooklyn. He's a really good dude. Him and his wife own a studio. Again, because of COVID, people can't eat or they're not eating out anymore, and they're not buying chefs are not buying $300 knives. So sorry about that. Joey Jones. I'm really into different handle materials like burl woods and stabilized woods. All right, so those woods are awesome. Wrong, they look beautiful, but you really have to ask yourself, what is the person using it for? So if you're making it for you or a family member and only use it once or twice, those beautiful woods, 100%. If you're giving it to your granddad, whatever the case is, as a gift, yes, do it, 100%. Uh, be advised though, those woods will crack over time if they're not handled, if they're not taken care of over the years. You don't put the oil on it, you don't moisten them out, they'll dry out and they'll crack. The infused stuff is really good. I know that for a fact. But if you're hammering hard on it, if you're hammering hard on the wood and you might split it, you have to start completely over. So you got to be a little bit more careful when you're working with woods. I also offer a lot of woods on my website as well. I think it's good to make it look good, and some people do really feel that they want that wood. It's a little bit more warmth, and I like it's a little bit more traditional, but the composites will last forever. So all the knives I take out into the woods is G10 or micarta, and then if somebody wants wood, I'll put wood on there. But I also advise them that if you do not take care of it, or you smack it really hard, it can split, and it's going to split right at the pins. That's exactly where it's going to split, right at the pins. So, any more questions, guys? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue working on this knife. I'll upload this video. Guys, as always, please stay safe. Go to 3riverblades.com. Check out all the knives that I have up there. Put all the links down below. Also, check out the Patreon page. Eventually, all this stuff is going to go onto Patreon. Patreon only costs you $1, so really not that big deal. Anytime, Joey. And that's it, guys. Take care of each other. Stay safe. 2020 is almost over, so we're almost there. And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. I'm going to try to do a couple of these a week. Hopefully finish up these knives and then, maybe get a little business going as well. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Take care.